Alright, ladies and programmers, we're going to do Platform Jumper 1, Part 4. We're going to build our main character from a sprite sheet. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Okay, so the first step is to go to Google and find a sprite sheet that you're going to use as your starting point. We're not going to copy it 100%, but we're going to use it because we want to be able to animate. So we want to be able to use this step by step. So that's how we're going to animate using those different pictures. So the way we do this is we come up here, we type in sprite sheet. You could do it one word or two words. Okay, so we're going to do a search for a sprite sheet. You're going to click on the images, and you're going to scroll down until you're going to look all around until you find one that you like. But basically what you're looking for is a starting point where you like the animation. So I like this one. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say save image as. We got to save it in a good spot where we're going to remember. So we're going to go to computer, and we're going to go to your folder with your name on it. You're going to go to your programming folder. So you're going to go to your programming folder, see if you can find it. There it is, programming folder. You're going to go to whatever your platform jumper folder is. You're going to find your current project you're working on. Okay, there's mine. Then you're going to go to the images folder, and then you're going to give it a good name. Now my main character's name is Nacho, so I'm going to call him Nacho, or we could call him Good Guy. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Good Guy Sprite Sheet. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to save it in that folder right there. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to use that thing. Okay, but first, before we use it, we're going to open it up into paint.net. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open paint.net, and we're going to go File, Open, and we're going to open up that sprite sheet that we just got. So there's my Good Guy sprite sheet in paint.net. Now the next thing we need to do is we want to get it about the right size for our project. So on this one, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go Image, Resize. I'm going to go Image, Resize. And I want to make sure that I have that button checked because I don't want to make him super fat or super skinny. Okay, so instead of when it shrinks it down this way, it'll also shrink it this way. Okay, so for me, I'm going to decide, I think 100 is a good starting point, but I'm actually going to go 125. Okay, actually let's just go 90. I think 90 is going to be good. And so notice when I change the height, the width changes as well. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to shrink it down, and then I'm going to save those changes. Okay, I'm going to click OK and save those changes. Now I got to go ahead and check it out in Greenfoot to find out if I indeed did it the right size. Okay, so let's go like this. Hold that thought. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our project, and we're going to go to our Good Guy, and we're going to say, let's set the image. Okay, and so if we did it right and saved it in the right spot, our image should be there. We click OK. We change it to that. Now we have to add it to the world and see. So I actually like that size. I think that was the correct height. Okay, but obviously I don't want multiple guys like this, right? Okay, so that's a starting point. Now if I didn't like the size, I'd have to go back and go Image, I'd go to Resize, and I'd change it to bigger or smaller, something like that. Okay, but I like the size that it is, so we're going to leave it like that. Alright, so the next step that we're going to do is we need to get just one of these guys. Okay, so I'm going to get my magnifying glass. I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to find the best one, a best starting one. So probably our best starting one is probably this guy right here. So I am going to zoom in on him. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so I like probably that guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select him. Okay, I'm going to click. I'm going to drag this way right to the edge. Okay, and right there. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crop that. Okay, then I'm going to crop the other way. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to crop down and make sure I get rid of all the excess that I don't need, and I'm going to crop that. Okay, so then I'm going to, before I get too far, I need to save this with a different name so I don't ruin my thing. So I'm going to go File, Save As. Okay, and so I'm going to say this is no longer a sprite sheet. This is going to be Good Guy. Like what number was that? Was that the second one? So this is going to be Good Guy 2 or something like that. So that's number 2 in the animation. Okay, or Good Guy 1, whatever you want. And so I'm going to save that, and I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to continue to zoom in. and then I'm going to start to modify my character. So now I can, like, let's say my character needs to have a black mustache. So I'm going to click on that and say my character has a black mustache, and so that's just obviously going to do a better job. So that's the starting point, and then you're going to go file, once you do a good job, not like I've done, file, save, and then you're going to come back to your Greenfoot project, and you're going to go to your good guy, you're going to set the image, and I'm going to choose that, click OK, and then I'm going to put one in, and he's just that character. Okay. All right. So that's a good starting point. Obviously, you want to do a nicer job with the drawings than I have done. Okay. And there's one more thing I want to show you in Paint.net. Okay. So one thing that people constantly ask me in Paint.net is how to do pixel art. So let's say that this was not pixely enough. So the way that you make art pixely is you're going to go to, when you go to the resize, you can lower the resolution. So if I change this now, I don't want to do this, but let's say I change this to 25 and I clicked OK. When I go to draw, it becomes chunkier and chunkier. So by lowering the resolution, you can start working with pixel art as opposed to anything else. Okay? All right, that's it. That's all I've got.